She didn't show remorse initially in the beginning. She said she was happy when she was stabbing him.
Jesus.
She stabbed her. She kept stabbing him. She didn't stab him once. She stabbed him 7 times.
Thank you for watching Why I Killed You TV. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this particular video. We got some senseless stuff going on today, guys. On January the 2nd, 2025, a 24-year-old, I think you pronounce it Jaia Cruz, this young lady here fatally stabbed 36-year-old UPS worker Ray Hodge inside of a Harlem deli during a dispute over who was next in line to order a sandwich. Evidently, both of them had been at that deli before, sometimes during the same time. There was no issue before then, so I'm not really sure what happened. Witnesses reported that the argument escalated when Cruz allegedly spat on Hodge. You spat on him, leading to a confrontation that ended with Cruz stabbing Hodge multiple times. Hodge was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. This is sick. Guys, we're getting sick. This chick is sick. Cruz was arrested and initially charged with second-degree murder and first-degree manslaughter. In April of 2025, she accepted a plea deal, pleading guilty to first-degree manslaughter, and was sentenced to 15 years in prison with an additional 5 years of supervised release. That's all you're gonna get? This man had 2 children. You know, he was doing some stuff. This is crazy. So Hodge was a honorable man. He was a resident of Brooklyn. He was a father of 2. He was a son. He was somebody's son, and we're going to hear his mother talk here in a little bit. It is sad. He was doing stuff. And that's all you get is 15 years for killing this man, taking this man away from his family? This is great. Over a freaking sandwich. What are we doing? What are we really doing over us? Who was next in line? Who gives a shit? Nobody gives a shit. What are we doing? You're gonna stab him over who was next in line. Let's roll this clip.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.
Mourning the death of a father who was fatally stabbed Thursday while ordering a deli sandwich.
Why did you stab him? Why did you stab him? What happened? Why did you stab the postal worker? Was it over a sandwich?
He was trying to just make some money. You know, that's it. Just getting up, doing what he got to do to provide for his kids.
Ray Hodge was a post office worker in Harlem, father of 2, 36 years old, on the job, in uniform, just stepping into a deli to grab a sandwich, middle of the day, not bothering nobody. But somehow, that turned into a funeral. Somehow, a regular errand turned into a man bleeding out on the floor over who was next in line. That don't sit right. Not with how calm he moved, not with how he lived his life, not with what was taken. And what happened after that in the courtroom with the deal they made only made it worse. Because once again, the system showed a family what it really thinks a black man's life is worth. Now that you know the setup, watch what happens next.
A Bronx family tonight mourning the death of a father who was fatally stabbed Thursday while ordering a deli sandwich. Loved ones say that it happened while he was on the job as a mail carrier. And they say that he took that job to get out of poverty, never thinking this would happen. John Diaz spoke with family members.
A makeshift memorial continues to grow outside the home of 36-year-old Ray Hodge, with his United States Postal Service hat in the middle. Loved ones lighting candles and hanging photos of the Bronx man who was a father of 2.
It's just messed up that the family got to go through this.
This man says he grew up with Hodge.
He was trying to just make some money. You know, that's it. Just getting up, doing what he got to do to provide for his kids.
Hodge's brother echoing that in a statement, saying, quote, he was an honorable and respectful man who took care of his family. Police say while on the job as a mail carrier, Hodge was fatally stabbed Thursday when he was ordering a sandwich at a deli in Harlem.
Why? Like, senseless. They took one of the good ones from us and all that.
Police say 24-year-old Jaia Cruz has been arrested for the crime. Witnesses say she got angry and started to argue with Hodge over who was first in line to order. Deli workers say they saw the whole thing.
I separate them. The male guy in the front, the lady, she was in the back. She's spilling him in his face.
Witnesses claim in an instant, Cruz pulled out a knife and fatally stabbed Hodge in the stomach. In a statement, a spokesperson for USPS said it, quote, takes matters involving the safety and well-being of Postal Service employees as a top priority. Officials say Hodge worked as a mail carrier since the summer of 2022, based out of the Morningside Annex on West 125th Street. Loved ones say Hodge was just trying to make a living.
To see him, go from one stage of life to the next to better himself was anything you could ask from a kid.
Cruz has been charged with murder. Police say that a weapon was recovered here at the scene. For now, reporting here from Harlem, John Diaz, CBS News, New York.
Now, workers say both the suspect and victim were regular customers who had no history of disputes in the past.
Why'd you stab him? Why'd you stab him? What happened? Why did you stab the postal worker? Was it over a sandwich? Was it over a sandwich? Slowly.
From heartbreak to anger, the family of a postal worker stabbed to death at a deli is outraged. His killer just accepted a plea deal for 15 years behind bars. Zinnia Maldonado explains why his mother believes justice was not served.
I just felt cheated. Like, my son was murdered. And, I'm just really frustrated.
Wednesday, 24-year-old Jaia Cruz accepted a plea deal at court for murdering 36-year-old Ray Hodge, a USPS mail carrier. This is Cruz when she was taken into custody back on January 3rd. She pled guilty to first-degree manslaughter and will serve 15 years in state prison. Hodge's mother was inside the courtroom.
You and your family feel slighted with a 15-year sentence?
Yes. Yes.
According to court documents, Cruz was arguing with Hodge inside a Harlem deli before taking out a knife and stabbing him multiple times throughout his body. The stabbing took place back on January 2nd at 2:30 in the afternoon in front of deli workers and witnesses. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office stating in part, in context of the stabbing death, including the rapidly evolving and escalating confrontation and the other relevant sentencing considerations that are presented, the people have offered a plea to manslaughter in the first degree. The DA's office confirms it was aware the family was opposed to any type of offer. Rice says she wanted the case to go to trial to get justice for her son, a father of two.
She got off too easy.
With Cruz's sentencing now set for May 28th, Rice and her family are left with no choice but to move forward.
One day at a time. I want Ray to be remembered for the good person he was, the excellent father he was, and I just really want him to be remembered for the good person and the heart he had.
Yes. Zinnia Maldonado, CBS News, New York.
He didn't apologize. She can't even believe how easy it was. She didn't show remorse initially in the beginning. She said she was happy when she was stabbing him.
Jesus.
She stabbed her. She kept stabbing him. She didn't stab him once. She stabbed him 7 times. She said he was going to be maggot food. She enjoyed it. She told another reporter she hated black men. So I don't understand what the problem is. Then we get there today and it's like unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're setting an example that it's okay to murder. You will be home so quick because even though it says on paper 15, they'll never do 15 years.
True that.
So they won't think twice about it. I'll be home in a couple of years. I'm not worried about it. They'll deal with it later. That's the message you sent. There's videos you can see that her fighting the police. Anybody else resist arrest or resist, what's going to happen to them? They're going to get shot.
Exactly.
This person pushing back. Even the white shirts. What are those, sergeants? She's pushing back at them. They trying to stop us. She trying to fight. Always something with a knife. So that's the message they're sending. And they're sending that message to the postal workers as well. Something happens to you, you better not die, because the person only going to do 15 years, maybe 7 or 8 if they lucky, and it's not going to be a federal crime.
Wow. Horrible, man. Horrible.
And if you die in the line of work, they have no funds set up for your family or your children or your wife or your parents. Nothing. Your kid is dead, sorry.
That ain't just sad, that's sick. He was doing everything right, everything. And just like that, gone.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.